from the iceberg with a Grandpolar, coming to you over the Ethernet and into your ears.
If you could introduce yourself, Abba, I think start with yourself.
Start with the lady.
I'll start. My name is Mirte. I'm the singer of Manora.
Right.
And I'm Ivo. I'm the guitar player of Manora.
Okay. And then can you just tell me about the band, how it formed? I see you released an EP, I think 2017, and then there was silence. And now you've got the new album out. Yeah, just tell us about the band.
Yeah, well, it goes back to, I think, 2015 or 16. I was already working with Arthur for quite some years in previous bands. And I had tons of songs on my PC. So we decided to at some point to try to complete the band, which is also not so easy. And so we quite quickly we found a drummer, Tijn, and Thomas on bass, and Mirte. So we were complete quite fast, and after that it speeded up as well, the whole process. So it was within we almost started immediately with this EP. So there was, let's say, a process of a year. After that, you have to get used to each other a bit, and first you play the songs. The songs were instrumentally finished, but Mirte, she had to apply some lyrics on it that takes some time, and so and after that, after the release, the plan was to release an album in 2019, but yeah, that was delayed. Some personal circumstances, and also Mirte at that time, she was still studying. We were not in a rush to finish it, and of course we had this whole COVID thing in between. We had to get used to that, I must say, and we're used to write songs just from home, so we are not really going into the rehearsal room without an idea. Normally I have always tons of ideas in my head, and I start to record some guitar and some strings, and I'm shaping the songs a bit already here. And when we go into the rehearsal room, there's already an idea, let's say. So we with all those lockdowns, we could work with this, but we had to use a bit to everything. For example, also the recording of the drums. It was difficult at the time to book something. Everything was closed, and same for photo shoot was also quite a problem. But yeah, at the end, now we are here with an album. I'm already writing new songs, so hopefully the next album will not be 4 or 5 years. It will be much faster. But let's see where we go, where it ends.
Yeah. Mirte, do you write all the lyrics? Because I just said I would say you apply the lyrics.
Yeah, I write most of the lyrics on the album. There's a couple of songs that are the lyrics are written by other people. For example, Endgame was written by the previous singer. So those lyrics were already written, and Arthur has written a song as well. So, or 2 songs actually. So I write most, but sometimes other people have ideas, and that's also welcome.
Yeah, yeah. And who are your main influences, Mirte?
For me as a singer, my main, like, yeah, I think you can call it influence. I am really a fan of Floor Jansen of Nightwish. She is so versatile in her singing voice. She can do everything. She can do opera, she can do rock, pop, she can even grunt. So that's like someone I really look up to, and I try to be as versatile as her singing wise.
And your musical background, how did you get into music?
Well, actually, my parents are both also musicians. Like they also do it as a hobby. My mother plays several instruments. She also sings, and my father plays piano. So it was already there from like the very beginning of my life, so to say. So I was just raised with it, and my mother always tells me I could sing before I could even speak. So yeah, I've always been singing, and I started taking it seriously, I think, when I hit puberty. I think then I also got into symphonic metal, bands like Within Temptation and Nightwish, and that's where I was really inspired to start like taking singing lessons. Yeah, so that's my story.
Ava, how did you start in the music industry and your influences?
For me, yeah, well, I started a long time ago just with my father. He bought a drum kit for me, and I started drumming at the age of 8, and I was playing simple rock songs. We had in Holland, we had this, yeah, I don't know the English word, but let's, if you translate it one by one, it's farmer rock, let's say. It's Dutch songs, and yeah, but that was easy, but it was quite famous, this kind of music where I come from. Later on I started to improve myself with playing Toto. That was quite a challenge. At the age of 12, I discovered a guitar from my dad. He had a guitar. I never knew we had one, but and I started a bit playing that. Later on, I also took some lessons. Some point the drum kit was gone. Since then, it's always a guitar, and since I'm recording songs and I had all those ideas in my head, I also started to play some keys. And influences. For me, the symphonic metal started with Nightwish a long time ago, and that goes back to the late 90s. And I always wanted to have my own symphonic metal band. I waited very long for that. Now I'm in a symphonic metal band. I'm not really listening to this kind of music anymore, honestly. Always checking out new CDs of Delane or Nightwish. Of course, I listen to it, but I'm not a huge fan anymore as I supposed to be in the past. I'm really diverse in what I'm listening, and for guitar players, where took my influences from. Paul Gilbert was one of them. I really like his lessons, his videos. Was really Marty Friedman as well. So and when I started, I immediately start with Dream Theater. That was one of my goals from the beginning, which was it took some time. It's better to start with easier material than Dream Theater. I would suggest other guitar players who just start. So yeah, that's a bit the story. That's a bit my background, music.
Cool. Yeah, the new album. What inspired it? Was there anything that inspired it, or was it just a whole collection of songs, or is it a series of songs?
Yeah, it's just a collection. There were many ideas we had. We even want to finish more songs for the album, but we decided, okay, this is really enough, because there were also 2 tracks from the EP, which we included on the album, because the album has been mixed and mastered by a pro, and the EP I tried myself. It's okay, but you clearly hear the difference in quality. And for those songs, we really want to hear them if they were mixed and mastered by a pro. So included with those songs included, there were 12, and they're all quite long. It's 5. Some of them goes to 6 minutes, and then yeah, it's quite a full album. And all the ideas and other songs which didn't make it to the album, we just continue writing, and we keep them in our record for the next CD. So for us, we made this collection, and then it's just a puzzle which is number 1 and which is number 12, and I think we agreed quite quickly with the track list, and for us this was it was complete how it is now. So and it's just the writing process. You write songs, we have ideas, and it develops into a complete song, and yeah, for us they just fit nicely to each other. Some of them are a bit more power metal. A lot of them are wrote quite some years ago. It was what's the name? We have the track list here.
The Traveler, you mean?
Yeah, The Traveler. That's and it's an older song. It's more power metal. At the time I was listening more to power metal as well, so there are some influences. But I think that will slowly disappear, this power metal. I'm not listening to power metal anymore at all, so that will slowly disappear. We're still playing the songs, we like the songs, but we're also developing as a band, so the next album will probably a bit more different.
So
still
yeah,
Manora style.
Yeah, going a bit softer, or
I would not say softer. Maybe stronger, yeah, harder, maybe even. But not anymore this straight power metal. We're trying to be a bit more technical, maybe. Not too technical, because what counts for us, it needs to be an easy listening song. So it's not going to be like a Dream Theater style.
Yeah, and it's also, you've got to be able to perform it live as well. Yeah,
and then I can make it as difficult as I like, but then I need to practice too much. Too late for that. So
one thing I like to do, and it's very good to put on social media, and it's just a little quick set of questions which you can both answer in turn, and it's called My Favorite Test.
All right. It's your favorite test.
Your favorite test. 10 easy questions. You don't have to justify or anything. First thing that comes into your head. Are you both ready? We'll start with Ivor, and then Mirte, you can give your answer. Are you ready? Yeah.
Yes. Ivo.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You're. I see Mirte in the screen, and you're disappearing to the back. Favorite foods? Asian in general.
Sushi. Ooh. For me, it's Florence.
Ooh, that's a difficult one. Munich.
Nightwish.
Zoals in Nightwish. Parkway Drive.
Red.
Yellow.
Lord of the Rings.
The Longest Day.
The Greatest Show on Earth by Nightwish.
Should I also no, the Void of Parkway Drive.
A rabbit.
Oh dear. The goat.
Favorite actor.
Oh really?
That's difficult.
I don't watch movies at all. I only know George Clooney from Nespresso.
Emma Stone.
Coffee.
Tea.
Yeah, that's yours.
Of course, yours, the Bulldogs.
Yeah.